All right, let's get moving. Joining us now, Texas Congressman Wesley Hunt. We have John Carney, economics and finance editor at Breitbart News, co-author of the daily Breitbart Business Digest. And if that weren't enough, we have the great Kellyanne Conway, former counselor to President Trump and host of Here's the Deal on Fox Nation. Welcome to everybody. We may have a shelf life or a half life or no life or a full life. Who knows? We're waiting on Mr. Trump, of course, to appear in the Rose Garden. I begin with you, Congressman Wesley Hunt. A lot of people are talking about, short-term costs this and short-term costs that. Maybe so, but I think the mission here is to fight back, and I think that we're going to win that fight. What's your thinking now, Wesley Hunt?
Of course we're going to win that fight because the world needs the American consumer, and the world needs the American consumer more than we need them. We've been ripped off for decades, and it's time for that to stop. And what President Trump understands is that this is not about next year or even the year after that. This is about 10 years down the line. This is about setting up America for prosperity and making sure that everyone pays their fair share. And if you are going to look to the American public to continue to fund your country, well, then, by God, you got to pay for it. Elon Musk said something to me that was actually very interesting. He said, we are the only country what other country in the entire world taxes their people and then sends us money? We always do it the other way around. And President Trump recognized this, and he wants to bring parity back into the world to benefit us for the future.
John Carney, import substitution. That's really the heart of it. I mean, that's kind of a fancy phrase. But if we're tariffing China's imports, going to make them more expensive. Hopefully that opens the door so people will buy American goods.
That's absolutely right. Well, we've become dependent on goods from China that, by the way, aren't cheap or efficiently made. A lot of people make that mistake. They're made in China because China has a mercantilist policy that forces production to happen in China. A lot of people will say, I didn't want to move my factory to China, but if I was going to sell into the Chinese market, I had to build everything in China.
And they basically stopped. Mr. Trump, by the way, is walking out, and you can see it up there. This is the Rose Garden. They're basically making it difficult, if not impossible, for us to send our exports to them, meaning China and
That's
other
right.
countries.
If you are building something in America and you say, I'd like to sell this over to China, there's no way you can do that. You have to build it in China.